Hi, welcome back. I'm Devo. This is Being Your Higher Self, and today, as I promised on last video, I wanted to teach you about the mirror exercise. Now, the mirror exercise is a very powerful tool that you can apply in your pretty much in your everyday life, but it works wonders, especially when you're doing your inner work, when you're trying to clear your spiritual path back to yourself. And in a couple of minutes, I will explain how it works. But please, you can grab a piece of paper and a pen. You can write the steps down. It's also on my website. I will link it up probably on the comments below in the description of this video. And as I was explaining you, it's perfect for every upset that you may encounter. Now, why do I say this? Because as I already previously may have mentioned it, but if not, I will talk about it more specifically in another video. We've been raised to believe that we have to reach for our happiness outside of ourselves, and in doing so, many mistakes have been allowed in our lives. Now, we didn't do this to ourselves on a very conscious level, so the idea is that to bring back those little pieces of yourself that you left behind because you were taught or thought that you have to be pleasing somebody else to get the love that you were seeking. This is not true. Each one of us is responsible for our own lives and our own happiness, and this doesn't mean that you don't get to help somebody, but you have to do it from this peaceful and joyful place in your heart. So if you reach out and do something just to get something from that other person, you're not really sharing anything. You're not really helping anyone. Little let alone, you're not really helping you. So without much further ado, I will walk you through the mirror exercise, and it goes like this. So let's suppose that you have a sibling that never listens to you when you talk, and so of course you get upset about it. You get frustrated or angry or hurt or sad, it doesn't matter. The idea is to go like this. In a piece of paper, you can do it if you don't feel comfortable doing it on your head. You can grab a piece of paper, a notepad, a pen, and write down the first step. Step 1 of the mirror exercise. Find the upset. What's the upset? Well, I'm upset with my sibling because she or he doesn't listen to me when I talk. Okay, you write it down. Then you go to step 2. You have to change the pronouns to turn the sentence to you. So it goes, I'm upset with myself because I don't listen to myself or me whenever I talk. Step 3 is asking yourself, does this new statement have any truth to it? And you sit with it a little bit. Let's try to not to focus with your head, but try to feel it here, like dropping into your heart, and see what images or what feelings come from repeating this new sentence to yourself. Like, I'm upset with myself because I don't listen to me when I talk. Well, I guess it's true. Like, I say that I have to do something that is good for me, but then I don't really follow through with it. So in a certain way, I'm not really listening to me. And so, okay, you identified the part of you that was doing that to yourself. Step 4 would be to ask this part that you just acknowledged, what does it need to feel love right here, right now? What does it need to feel better? Because it's all about choice. You can either choose to stay with the upset and believe whatever story goes in your mind, or you can choose to heal it within yourself so it doesn't become a problem anymore for you, and you actually start taking responsibility for the life you want to build. so you manage to, okay, I'm not listening to myself because I do this and that, and so you make a different choice, and you want to love this part of yourself, to bring it back to you, to melt back into yourself. And so you ask it, what does it need to feel love right here, right now? Well, it needs to be actually listened to, and maybe even given a hug. And then, okay, next step of the mirror exercise is, if I didn't lose track, it's number 5. The 5th step is to actually give it to yourself. Close your eyes if it makes it easier for you to visualize, and say, okay, I choose to listen to myself from now on. And if you feel like, I don't know, this part asks you for a hug, then you can hug yourself and stay with the hug, stay with a good feeling until it melts inside of you. That's it. Simple, right? It's very easy, it's very practical, and you don't have to really be scared of. It's something that something inside of you is already asking for this. Now, when I was saying that we tend to reach outside of ourselves to get the love and get the validation that we seek, it's because we are failing to see that other people don't really have that for us. The only place that this love, this unconditional love, can come for us in order to heal us is from within. Because from within, and I keep pointing at my heart, at my chest, at my heart space, it's because here is what their true connection with the divine lies. It's not from here, it's from here. Every time you're upset about something, drop into your heart. It's going to take a little practice at first if you are a person that's been too much on your head already instead of on your feelings. So don't worry, it takes practice, but never give up, because the more you do it, it's like going to the gym. The more you exercise something, the better you become at doing it. So have faith. But as I was saying, the main result of doing this exercise is that you no longer go outside of yourself and chop pieces of you to get something from a person that is not really going to give you anything. The other person is actually outside of yourself more as a mirror than as a provider. So you can take at each person as a mirror. They are mirroring something to you, something that is not in alignment with the truth of who you are. Because deep down, deep down, it doesn't matter how much you have to follow the rabbit down the rabbit hole. Deep down, you know who you are and you know your truth. But you kind of like, you pushed it under the rug, or you kind of settle for some things here, and you didn't acknowledge the truth of who you were in this situation. And so it was like laying a pen, your room, like you have a house. Picture your house. So each time you chose to listen to something else that wasn't your guidance, your inner guidance, it was like laying a piece of trash on the floor in your bedroom. And each time you did that, the bedroom got more and more cluttered. So the mirror exercise serves its purpose for you to clean your room. So you start putting things in the right place. And when you have a clean room, you can walk around it and through it. I wasn't even going to say better. You can actually walk through the room. You can experience the room differently. There's more space to it. Everything is in order. Everything is where it should be and where it belongs. And so you don't need to go and take up your space in the kitchen because your room is so cluttered and you cannot use it anymore. This is pretty much the whole idea. I hope it makes sense. The better I get at these videos, I'm probably going to make another one with a mirror exercise, because the more you practice it, you will find that it takes you deeper and deeper, and you will be kind of coming back to the same, we call them core issues, called blocks, because It's a kind of a chip that is imprinted in you. It has to do with your family history, with your values, with your cultural values, with many things that were taught and you took as truth when they weren't really truth at all. But because we didn't knew any better, we took it as our truth. And the idea is to stop doing that and finally seeing truth for what it is and the lies for what they are. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do share, like and or subscribe. I will link whatever useful information I can give you on this matter below in the description, and I hope to see you next time on the next video.